The following program was provided by an independent producer solely responsible for its content. The opinions expressed do not necessarily represent the views of this station, its staff, board of directors, or underwriters.
Hi, my name is Leo Connors, and welcome to The Ring and All Other Sports. And tonight, I got a very special guest making a second appearance on the show.
Yes.
From the Special Olympics, he's a penguin plunger, and he's the host of Special Talk for the past 10 years with his co-host, Scott McCullough.
Yes,
how you doing, bud?
My girlfriend, she will be. We just upgraded her from co-host to producer also, and she will call all the shots and say, hey, we can book this guest, let's book him, or book her, or book him. So it depends.
Right. Nice. That's cool. But 10 years is a long time. I've been doing this show for 6, which I think is a long time, too. But listen, the Special Olympics, you just had them, right? Recently, you said?
Yes, they're telling us maybe we might be able to do it if the numbers go down, but they don't know. They said they're going to send out an email tomorrow with the update.
Well, what is the date that it's supposed to be, if you do have it? Do you have a date?
If we have it, they will tell us. They said by February 15th, we'll have the next update, and it could be, sorry, folks, this year's
may not have it, huh?
Summer games are not going to happen.
Right. That's too bad. That really is too bad. And the COVID's just, ruining a lot of good things, Scott. Scott, let's talk about the penguin plunge that you do every year. You told me that this is it? Last year?
Yes.
Now, did you just do it, or is it coming up?
I just did it on February 11th.
Oh, I'm cold just thinking about it.
And we did it over my coach's house instead of Hampton. She goes, no. 17 degrees is way too cold.
Right. That's crazy, Scott. I couldn't do that, man. I really couldn't. My hat's off. You raised some money for doing that, correct?
1,056.
Nice. And where does that money go to? What charity?
Special Olympics New Hampshire, and hopefully we can get a lot of people to keep donating.
Right.
And I'm amazed at how much people care, and I can't wait for the Best Buddies Friendship Walk coming up. Nice.
Now, the Best Buddies program, my youngest daughter, Sarah, she was the president of the Best Buddies at her high school.
Yes, and I love the program.
Mass. Very proud, She's a good girl. It's a great cause. Isn't that Tom Brady's cause?
Oh, yes.
Yeah, TB12, who's now retired.
Yeah, it's weird. He'd probably see on my Facebook, retire. What do you mean you're not doing the plunge?
That what they were saying to you?
He might look at it, and hopefully people will read it and say, wow, 10 years.
Exactly. That's amazing. It is. 10 years is a long time. It's a decade.
Oh, yes.
It's definitely a long time. Listen, why don't we talk a little about some pro wrestling? Okay? Out of all the wrestling that's on TV, and there is a lot now, both of us agree that we like WWE better than anything else, correct?
Oh, yes. I don't like that what's-his-name comes on and goes, hey, there's going to be consequences for Ronda Rousey. What she did to me on SmackDown, there's going to be consequences.
Who said that? Charlotte?
What's her name?
Becky Lynch?
And the guy who came out and said, oh, by the way, I just got an email from Vince McMahon. Personally, he says if you interfere with the match at all, as he puts it in simple term right here, he says that if you interfere, your job will be in jeopardy.
Who said this?
Period.
I know. Who said this? Adam Pearce?
Yep.
Yeah?
He said if you interfere with that match on Friday night, your job is in
So
jeopardy.
who was he talking to? Charlotte or Becky Lynch?
He's talking to the girl that pushes her weight around.
Well, which one is that? Does she have blonde hair?
The black
red
hair.
The black hair. Sonya Deville.
Yes.
Sonya Deville. Gotcha.
She thinks she's all that. And,
Right. She throws her power around. You're right.
Oh, you know, I'm Sonya Deville. I think I can tell them what the heck to do. And oh, you're my boss. You answer to me. I tell them, hey, I don't answer to nobody.
You're more like Stone Cold Steve Austin.
I can agree with Ronda Rousey. I agree. I don't answer to nobody.
Whoa, all right. So you are a rowdy Ronda Rousey fan, I take
Oh yes,
it.
I would love
Nice.
I'd love to meet her in person if there was a way.
all right. I didn't know where you were going with that, Scott. Talk some more wrestling. Let's talk about, I got to ask you this. I know you love WWE more than anything,
yes.
right? But what do you think of AEW? For real, honestly. What do you think about AEW?
It's interesting because they can say, like they can say, oh, get your, and they can say the language on the air.
Right? Yes.
Vince McMahon can't because
Right.
he
USA Network. Right? And Fox.
Yeah,
They're not going to put up with that. Big cable, big TV stations.
Oh, yes.
Don't get me wrong. AEW is now on TBS, and that's
Oh,
a big
yes.
that's a big cable TV station too.
Oh yes, I don't like when what's his name said, "Hey, what was it?" He goes, "Oh, I guess you don't have beef." And
Who
he
said that? John Moxley?
One of the guys, he goes, "Oh, I guess you don't have the beep," and they censored him. They 5-second delay.
Yep. Sometimes you got to have it with those people with the potty mouths, right?
They got to remind the guys, "Hey, you're on USA Network. You try to watch what you say."
Right.
Because kids are watching.
That's right. Absolutely. So listen, at the Royal Rumble, Brock Lesnar lost his title. Right? You see the match?
That was unfair.
It was
Outside
totally unfair.
interference.
Who's the new champ?
I don't like Roman Reigns at all.
No, but it's not Roman, though. Roman's the one that helped this guy win the title. Who beat Brock? Who was it? Lashley.
Yeah.
Bobby Lashley.
I'm Bobby Lashley. I think I'm all that in a bag of chips.
Why? Bob Lashley is pretty big and strong. He's a good wrestler. You don't think
And
he's
he
good?
He chokes people, puts them in that chokehold and holds them, and they go, "Do you give up?"
They tap out. Hey, as long as he makes them tap, right? That's all that really matters, Scott. Right?
Oh, yes.
What about Brock coming back and winning the Royal Rumble?
Oh, that was awesome. He said, "Hey, I'm going to challenge you and me, Royal Rumble, if you have the guts."
Roman Reigns, right? Or
Yeah,
does he
if you
want
have the-
Lashley?
I think he wants,
Lashley?
I think it's going to be Brock versus Roman.
At
Oh,
WrestleMania,
no,
huh?
Goldberg.
Oh, Goldberg versus Roman, right?
Goldberg versus,
What do you think about Goldberg? Did you know Goldberg's younger than me?
yeah, he's awesome because
He's like 55, 56. I'm 57. Yep.
he's got the body. I'm going, oh my
He's a big
God,
dude.
I'm scared of him.
He's a big dude. But I think Roman Reigns should be able to beat Goldberg. And Brock Lesnar should be able to retain that title from Bobby Lashley. What about What about Paul Heyman going with Roman?
Heyman.
But wait. With him going with Roman Reigns after being with Brock Lesnar for close to 10 years, if not longer than 10 years. What do you think about that?
I don't think that was fair.
What, not fair to Brock?
I'm Paul Heyman.
Yep.
Folks, be quiet. I am Paul Heyman. Don't copy me, folks.
Wow. You got him down pat. Good
I
job.
am Paul Heyman.
Cool. Now, NXT. Who's your favorite wrestler in NXT?
who was it? Something Moon.
Ember Moon. Okay, so you like the females. Right, you like the female wrestlers.
I'm surprised she's no longer on Raw. She's now on NXT.
I think they released her, my friend. I don't even think she's in the WWE anymore. I think they released her like 8 months ago.
Yeah, it's a shame.
Because you haven't seen her on TV, right?
Yeah,
they released her.
We haven't seen...
If I'm wrong, tell me, guys.
We haven't seen anybody... Like, we haven't seen David Batista. I'd love to see him come back.
Yeah, but he's retired, Scott. He's retired.
I tell him, come back and...
No, I understand that you want guys to come back, but what about who's the guy you like to watch on NXT? I mean, there's so many of them.
Oh, yeah.
Who do you like?
So many guys.
Like who? Ciampa?
Oh, yeah.
What about the North American champion? Carmelo Hayes.
Yeah,
from
he can...
Framingham, Massachusetts.
A local guy. That would be a good guy for you to get on.
He's been on this show, my friend. He's been, yes, when he was Christian Casanova, I had him in his partner, Trigger, or Trips, Triplicious. And then the next day, I did it on a Sunday. And the next day, I had their other guy, Royce Bishop. And I had all three of Killanova in 2 days, 2 straight days.
Hopefully,
you need to watch that. You didn't know I had him on?
I got a challenge to see if Triple H will, if we can get Triple H to maybe come on Leo's show. And if you have time, I'd love to have you come on our show called Special Talk with Scott McCullough, Jennifer Lizay, Chris Bondolippi, and we do like interviews. I would love to see if we could, if Triple H is watching, or if you could see this taping, dude.
Please,
see this
Triple
taping.
H. Please.
Because you and Stephanie McMahon are my favorite, because as I like when he goes, then they cue up Vince's music, and he goes, hey, so-and-so, get out here right now. You're fired!
Vince loves to say that. That's Vince's favorite thing to do. But Triple H fires people too. But
yeah, we haven't seen him in the longest time. They said he had I think he's stepping down from...
Well, he's had some health issues. I think he's definitely stepping down a little bit, but he'll be back when he gets a little more healthy. But again, tell Triple H again. Look right in that camera and tell him.
I'd like to see you come on Ring and Other Sports with Leo Connor, and I'd love to see if you could maybe contact me on Twitter. I have a Twitter and I have an Instagram.
Tell him what it is.
Contact me either by Messenger, or if you want to, reach out to me on like Twitter. Just leave me a message on my Twitter saying, hey, what day would be good for you? Whatever day would be good for you. Whatever day would be good for you.
What's your Twitter handle so they know where to find you?
I think it's Scott McCullough. Yeah, Scott McCullough, at Scott McCullough.
All right, at Scott McCullough. So Triple H, please come on the Ring and All Other Sports. I guarantee you that you'll be the most watched in history.
And I think his parents, they said, I was talking to somebody at the haircut place. Yep. They said his parents come in constantly.
I'll tell you right now, I used to work at Milano's Pizza. That's a cheap plug for, they're right at 1 Broad Street. I used to work there, and they used to come in every Monday night, Triple H's mom and dad. His sister Lynn used to work with the mother of my youngest at the World School across from Roby Park.
Oh, yeah.
So I think she still might be running that place. But his sister's very nice. I saw her at Market Basket about 5-6 months ago. I'd love to get him on the show. But I don't,
Money talks.
Money talks. I don't have any money. I don't have any. You going to pay him?
Huh.
All right. Maybe we can split the price, Scott. We'll go 50-50.
See if he would come.
We'll get him on the show. We'll do a half hour of my show and a half hour of your show. That way we don't waste too much of his time.
And then say, hey, would you be willing, hopefully he'll let me know. I'd love to know when the WWE's coming up to Manchester again.
Yeah, me too. Maybe he could give us a heads up beforehand before they announce it. I don't know how long the WWE announces their dates, but that's what you should do. You should Google WWE on tour or something, and you'd be able to find out exactly when they're coming. So, what about, I got to ask you this. How long have you been a wrestling fan, Scott?
Long time.
Okay.
I've watched, I like David Batista shows up and does that.
Yep. I remember that. Exactly. Do you remember the Steiner brothers? Scott Steiner and Rick Steiner? You do, right? The tag team, Big Papa Pump, Scott Steiner?
I think he's with Impact Wrestling.
Well, Scott might be with Impact, but why I brought them up is, right now, the NXT champion, you know who he is, right? He beat Ciampa, Tommaso, Braun Breaker, Rick Steiner's son. What do you think about Braun Breaker, honestly?
Awesome.
Yeah? You think he'll hold the title for a while?
I hope.
Okay. What about, like early, I found out that you're interested in, you like to watch the girl wrestlers too.
Oh, yes.
Mandy Rose, the NXT champion. She's a very beautiful girl, but what do you think of Mandy Rose?
Oh, yeah, she's beautiful.
What about her in-ring style, and how is she in the ring?
I think she does it like nobody.
Yeah?
She does those moves and.
Yep. She does have a good move set, like most wrestlers do, right? Most wrestlers have a set of moves that they like to do. I like the tag team that they have, and that is with the Toxic Attraction, Gigi Dolan and JC Jane. I like the redheaded one. I like the best, just because of her in-ring action. Sure, I like her because she's beautiful. That's why.
Don't forget to make sure you tune in to Ring and Other Sports. It's awesome show because he has a lot of guests like me and like a lot of wrestlers.
A lot of wrestlers.
I watched it on YouTube. They need to make sure they get this right on YouTube because I told my friends, I said, you can watch it on YouTube after it's all done.
Yep, I can't wait to be it. They'll get it done quick for us, Scott. I guarantee it. It'll be up before the end of the week. That'll be awesome, right? All right.
Oh, yes.
So let's talk about a few other women wrestlers. Becky Lynch. What do you think about Becky Lynch?
I own this ring. I own this ring. Me, I'm going to go to Elimination Chamber. I'm going to beat your beep, and you ain't going to do nothing about it. Got it?
You know all their catchphrases and all that, huh? Like, I did that to my grandson on the ride home from picking him up today. And he was like stabbing me with this phone because I wouldn't stop going things like, woo, and acknowledge me, and just saying wrestling things all day, the whole ride home.
Acknowledge me.
Who, in your opinion, is the best woman wrestler going today? Who?
I think like the young girls.
Which ones? You know.
I like Trish Stratus. I wish she would come back for just
But what about the girls that are there today? Like, want me to say a few names? That way you can pick, There's Carmella, Queen Zelina. What a great tag team. What about them? Queen Zelina's like 4'4". She's so small. She's probably smaller than that. But she's incredible. What do you think about them?
Oh, yeah. I think they're amazing as I've seen how these people wrestle. And
yep.
everybody tells me, after you watch your wrestling, you better go to bed. I said, no, I have too much energy after.
Yeah, you got way too much energy. You're a ball of energy, Scott. I know that about you.
I like the WWE. I watch it and I have to wait until midnight sometimes.
Because you don't calm down, huh?
Yeah.
What are you, yelling at the TV?
Oh, yeah. Somebody goes, I think Apartment 6 is watching his WWE again.
Wow. Hey, let's step away from wrestling for just a second and talk about last night's Super Bowl. One, by the Los Angeles Rams, 23-20. They defeated the Cincinnati Bengals in what I think was a really good football game. Did you watch the game?
Oh, yes.
What did you think about it?
My friend said, oh, I've been seeing people on Facebook going, oh, they got screwed over. I'm going,
You
they
think
didn't.
so? No, they did not. I thought it was a great football game. And in the end, just like most experts thought, right? The Rams were going to win because of their stellar defense.
Oh, yeah.
And their defense sacking the quarterback and all that at the end of the game won them the game, right? Who was the MVP was Cooper Kupp,
Yes.
right? He most likely will be the MVP of the NFL also this year. I really think he's going to win it. Incredible, though. You agree with me. It was a great game.
Oh, yeah. I like this. I like the halftime show.
I liked it, too. I usually don't like them, but I did like it. But I'm not a big rap guy. But I will say all the rap songs they sang, I knew and liked those songs, so I thought it was good, too.
And you never want to tape a performance because my friend tried that and he said, they won't allow me to post this.
Yeah.
It says right under the thing, if you try to tape it and post it up there, they won't allow it.
Right? Exactly. And your friend tried to do it anyways, huh? Silly goose. That's what I tell little kids at my school. I call them little silly gooses. All right. So I still didn't get your favorite, besides Trish Stratus. Who's your favorite women's wrestler right now?
I think I
gotta have one.
I like when Lita comes out and she does that.
But Lita, these are girls from the past. What about now?
I think Charlotte.
There you go. Now that's for right now. She's incredible.
Oh, yes.
I think she's one of the best women wrestlers in the world. There's absolutely no doubt. She's one of the best. And I think I even like Britt Baker. What about Britt Baker? You know her?
I've heard
DMD, whatever. She's a dentist and a professional wrestler. She's the AEW Women's Champion.
Yeah, some of them, they come out and they don't have a censor on them. I'm going, oh boy, did they
back
just
to
say
the swearing, right? They're swearing and stuff, and they're bleeping the words out.
Did they just say what I think they just said?
All right. How about the biggest news to come to AEW, even though they've signed a lot of guys, is the return to wrestling after 7 years of CM Punk. Scott, were you a fan of CM Punk's before?
Oh, yes.
A big fan?
Oh, yes.
Okay.
I like him, and he's not afraid. He says, oh, Vince, you think you own me? I'm going to own you. I'm going to own this title, and I'm coming back. Then I'm going to retire. Then I'm going to tell you you can take this title and bleep it.
Whoa, here we go again. I'm glad you bleep yourself, so it saves the guys, the producers, saves Dan from having to do that on me. All right, or on you. All right, so how about tag team wrestling? Are you a fan of tag team wrestling?
Oh, yeah. I think hopefully we'll get some new tag team titles. I think they're going to, tonight's show, I thought they're going to, now let's see if what's-her-name opens the show and goes, oh, Ronda Rousey, get out here right now.
Back to Sonya Deville.
She's going to get out. She's going to say, oh, what do you want from me? She goes,
Excuse me.
She goes, you might be suspended. And I have a hunch Vince McMahon will come out with the, no, she won't be suspended. If you think she's going to be suspended, you're going to be fired.
Wait. How do we get on the women's when we're talking tag teams? Who's your favorite tag team? I like Alpha Academy right now. Otis and Chad Gable.
I think he's changed them so much.
Who? Chad Gable has changed Otis, huh? Big time.
Yeah, he's not.
I think he's brought out the greatness in Otis. I think they're a great tag team. I really do. Chad Gable has so much charisma. You know what I mean? But for years, they didn't let him show it on television. You know? What about the Usos?
Usos!
Yes. What about them? They've been in the WWE a long time. And in my opinion, they're one of the greatest tag teams in
That
wrestling
would be a
right
good
now.
one to get on your show, too.
The Usos. All right, so tell Jimmy and Jay.
Hey, Jimmy and Jay, you should come on Ring and Other Sports with Leo Connor. Contact him. You can find him on Facebook or any social media. Say,
Yep.
hey, would you like to come on my show?
I'd love to have you guys on the show. Thank you for the plugs on that, Scott. Scott, we got just a couple minutes. Is there anything? Are you excited for WrestleMania?
Oh, yes. I would love to go to WrestleMania, but I can't afford the tickets.
Neither can I. But how about this? We were talking earlier, so we could see some certain matches at WrestleMania, like Roman Reigns and Goldberg.
Yeah.
Who's going to win that match?
I think Goldberg is.
What?
He might come out.
Oh, I hope not. I hope not. He's almost my age. I don't want to see Goldberg with the title.
He might take that title and say, see ya.
Nah, I don't think so. I think Roman Reigns will hang on to that title. I do. I hope so. Brock Lesnar going after Bobby Lashley to regain his Universal Championship. What do you think?
He could nail him with an F5. Nail him with 2 F5s.
And now Brock Lesnar does not have his advocate, Paul Heyman.
Yeah, now I don't like it.
Now he's with Roman Reigns and the bloodline. Like everyone needs to acknowledge Roman Reigns. That's what they say.
Now, no, something, Colorado, you need to acknowledge me.
That's it. Scott, can you plug your social media right now?
If anybody wants to come on our show called Special Talk, you can contact the studio and ask them. They have my phone number. They can
talk to you on Facebook.
Yes.
They can message him on Facebook. And what are you on Instagram?
Yes.
Just at Scott McCullough?
Yes.
Okay.
Or Scott McCullough 6616.
Scott McCullough 6616 on that is Instagram.
Yes.
And are you on TikTok?
I don't use TikTok too many times.
Me either. But Scott, thank you for coming on the show. It was great to have you. And we'll do this again, okay?
Oh, yes.
Peace.
Peace.
Hi, guys. I hope you're enjoying the show. Listen, I could use a little help to grow my YouTube channel. So if you could please like, share, and subscribe. That's most importantly, subscribe. Send me a direct message, and I'll give you a shout out here on the show. My YouTube channel is real simple. It's just my name, Leo Connors. Thanks in advance. Peace.
The preceding program was provided by an independent producer solely responsible for its content. The opinions expressed do not necessarily represent the views of this station, its staff, board of directors, or underwriters.